are going to be able to take in, how do I say this, historical legends in iNation, of course. For those of you unaware, iNation, historically powerful roster from Serbia. They've had the likes of Nexa, had the likes of Nico, had the likes of Hunter come through their program at the minute, and throughout their tenure within Counter-Strike, they haven't changed their coach. So we're going to be able to see if iNation are going to be able to bring this one home as Dragon. Beautiful shot to get the opener here as the bomb goes down. Dragon taken by his own teammate Vylon. He's going to be on -1 kills. That's kind of like my stat line when I play. Skipper, however, going to become a little bit of a leader and lead the charge. Only good for one as he gets traded. Nade comes in as Chuvy decides he's had enough of the shenanigans of Mad Max. And pistol round goes towards iNation. Of course, as I was saying before, the royalty of SCL comes up against the birthplace of Counter-Strike royalty. It's going to be interesting to see this game. I had a great chat with the management of iNation today before this game started. A lot of them are really excited, you know. They're talking about how the iNation boys, they're still boot camping. You love to see it, and how, you know, they're growing along with the game of Counter-Strike. They're not growing to a certain playstyle, which I think is a really difficult task to do, especially within today's day and age, especially when you have a coach who's been coaching for the past 20 years. I know as a coach who coaches low-level sport, it's really easy to sort of stick to the same style, stick to what you know purely because it's easier. But to see these iNation boys grow and to see them advance past the traditional ways that we play Counter-Strike, it's really interesting to see. It will be interesting to see how these boys play. But coming up against Kekeshmeke, alright? Now, hear me out. Kekeshmeke, the puggy style, iNation might not be used to it. I know Mad Max, SCL royalty at the minute. He's a top 10 ranked player and has been since the day he busted the door down and just walked in. Czechoslovakian national champion. It's going to be really good to see how he can fare. Of course, we know cocaine pretty well as well. And it's going to be good to see how these boys go as Neek. Beautiful shot on Vylon to take the head clean off with the Deagle. 4v4 at the minute. They're going to be walking into a site with two people as Chuvy can't get a kill. He really needed to find one there. Puts a lot of pressure on Dragon, who's going to be coming through the church. Might need a prayer here as Cocaine has the Deagle. 8 points of health for Dragon. Cocaine only good for one. Gets PTK all the way down to 13 health, and Mad Max finishes the job, getting the broom out, finishing what Cocaine started. You love to see a little bit of teamwork. Skipper, he's going to be coming in from behind. He's going to want to be a little bit of a cheeky boy here. Coming in from Banana. Do they realise it? Neek, he's going to be the first one to swing out. Doesn't swing! Skipper spotted, and Neek pulls out and finds the head of the iNation Skipper. That's interesting. That's a really good first round for Kekeshmeke. They came in with Deagles and they ended up pulling out. Beautiful NIP graffitis there, of course. Casting on Swedish servers. I'm technically not allowed to badmouth NIP as nades go horribly wrong. A little bit of NA nades there coming in from Cocaine. You don't see that too often, but I think that comes with the puggy style that we're used to from Kekeshmeke. I bloody love saying Kekeshmeke. I'm going to see how many times I can say Kekeshmeke in a game. We're going to do that one day. Probably in a cash cup. However, Mad Max trade for Cocaine. PTK traded out. Mad Max, his name in the kill feed once again. 3v2 when it's all said and done. With Skipper and Dragon. One holding from Church, one holding from Banana, I love to see a little bit of a fruity Church. As Skipper drops the bomb. Deagle in hand. Gonna get taken down by this M5A1S. Vano does enough. New boy into this Kekeshmeke side as Mad Max dancing around the smoke dragon. 22 points of health, hiding in it. And Vano just body blocks and gets the job done. 2 points of health for that young man as he lives to see another round. 2 rounds for Kekeshmeke taking the early lead at the minute. yeah, I think it's going to be really interesting to see how. It's going to be interesting to see who wins this. I know I've said this before, especially when it came to previous Cash Cups and previous Cash Cup finals. Well-oiled and well-refined teams coming up against puggy teams. There's only so much. What is Kekeshmeke? Hungarian. I know Mad Max is from Czechoslovakia. I know Cocaine is not from Hungary. Knowing Kekeshmeke is always pretty hungry, so it kind of makes sense as Vylon. There's going to be a bit of cheeky boy hiding in the smoke. Takes down one. Kekeshmeke, a hungry boy himself, a hungry hippo. Just waiting for Vylon to be a bit of a cheeky nuisance. Down to 17 points of health. Rushing Mac 10 shot Vylon. He's going to get taken down by the Vano AK Dragon. Tag down. He's going to end up losing his life, and PTK follows him to the afterlife. Brilliant from that young man. Brilliant. You'll love to see it. Kekeshmeke 3, iNation 1. iNation, they're making a lot of unusual plays. A lot of plays that we haven't expected from teams in the SCL. I think it's really interesting to see how these plays are working out. You know, hiding in smokes, grey screening yourself purely for the element of surprise. You know, you end up getting smoke faded where the smoke fades and the enemy can see you before you can see them, and it's just really interesting to see because we've seen in the past few rounds that iNation have really pushed this idea of pushing into a smoke but not pushing all the way through it, as Chov tagged. Must have had a shoulder peeking out, but he gets tagged on this banana site. A little bit of early banana aggression here from Kekeshmeke as Dragon looks to be making a bit of a play, a little bit of a push with this, M4 from Archers, and we're going to be able to see what Kekeshmeke has here in the playbook. They'll push towards this A side. Vano taken down by Dragon. Good trade there. 4 on 4 at the minute as Dragon gets all of the information and all of the Kekeshmeke boys are there. As Mad Max finds Skipper, PTK finds one. He needs to find at least 2 here. Yes, he can. Finds 2. Gonna get taken down by Cocaine. Cocaine finished off by Chov and loses the AWP. You hate to see it for that young man as the AWP immediately gets dropped over to Dragon. As I think my voice is cleared up just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. I'd hope so. If not, then I'm gonna get bullied for this. Heavy utility on Banana once again. We keep seeing this time and time and again on Inferno on the beautiful Italian streets. It's just kind of ruining the pavement. Realistically, let's not kid ourselves here as Cocaine decides he's going to be an aggressive little cheeky much push through, full blind one, and it's going to be an easy kill there. Of course, Trade's going to come through. Cocaine comes with a second. Oh, it's beautiful to see what Cocaine does to you, iNation. It's beautiful to get that experience. Remember, kids, don't do drugs. 4v3 at the minute, and we're going to see Skipper pushing. We'll be able to find Kekeshmeke, who's being a cheeky little lurk, and he's going to end up losing his life. 2v3 at the minute. Bomb is not down on this B side as Vano decides he's going to vamonos. See what I did there? Alright, I'll stop. Over to plant the bomb, put the digits in. Molotov goes on top of the bomb from iNation to prevent the plant, but nothing really is done. Mad Max boosted on top of the box. He might be able to find 1 or 2 here. PTK goes down. Skipper as well. Mad Max, he's found 2 crucial kills here. It's all down to Vano and Dragon as they both look like they're going to settle their differences by running off from each other. That's always a good way to end an argument on the playground. The lunch bell ringing and everyone going back inside. You love to see it. You love to see Dragon and Vano accepting their differences and heading back inside to learn a little bit about what their team's going to do next in the buy time. Speaking of buy time, Dragon, he's going to claim that's my time at the minute. He's going in AWP, 2600 left in the bank. He's the one paying the bills around here, Mr. Moneybags himself. As he does find an early pick, Neek. A bit of an awkward pick to start off with. As Kekeshmeke looking to slowly become a little bit of a nuisance towards his iNation team. 2-4 at the minute as we head to the 1 minute 20 mark of this round. We're going to be able to see Cocaine. Let's see if he can make a beautiful shot to find Dragon's head. Cocaine, you've just woken me up at 4 o'clock in the morning. What a shot from that young kid. 4v4 at the minute as we hit the 1 minute mark. Cocaine has the B site. Although they are set up for an A execute, there's only going to be 2 here in a minute. Kekeshmeke gets one on the rotate. PTK goes down. Skipper, he's going to end up taking a fight. Cocaine, he's being an aggressive little boy. He's going to push forward. Bobby loses his head. This puggy style ends up working. Skipper kills a chicken. You can't do that. Mad Max, his next victim. Kekeshmeke, he needs to live here and he will. Pylon on side as Cocaine decides he wants to get rid of him. Picks up an AWP for his troubles. You'll love to see it. Vano, given the duties of the AWP. Violent aggression down mid gets the early pick at the minute. We're going to see if iNation looks to aggress any further. Dragon aggresses. PTK aggresses as well. They get... Oh, PTK got 2 there. Sorry, Dragon picks up the 1. As it's all down to Neek. As he might be doing a bit of a cheeky. He pushes his head up as Skipper, rightfully so, just takes his head clean off. Beautiful shot from the Skip. That's one of those, yeah, nice Skip, you'll have to see it. Neek down to 1400, Vano. Currently, Moneybags McGee over there on 2700. All the way down to 600. Still enough to pay the rent, young man, you better pay it. Dragon finds the early pick. Vano loses his head and an AK. Of course, recovered by who else other than Neek. Banana control seems to be in favour of iNation. Chovy, a little bit of damage through the smoke. Dragon, he has to know something's coming at least. iNation dropping off that angle at the minute. PTK finds 2. PTK going to hold the angle looking for a 3rd, but it will force Kekeshmeke to lean towards his B site at the minute. Or if you watch the major on day 1 on the B stream, you would have seen that this is actually A site on Inferno, but that's okay. Everyone loves Banana A. That just sounds wrong coming out of my mouth. I hate that. As Neek takes the fight, wins it. Vylon will get the trade. Neek will trade the Vylon kill. 2 go down for iNation as PTK has a bit of a party with the butterfly knife. You love to see it. The Boreal Forest doing what it does best and spinning like the heads of Kekeshmeke after a knockout blow for their chances in that round. iNation come out, 3 rifles, MP9, AWP, coming up against the Glocks and the Tech 9 and Neek who also has smoke to go with it. As Chuf, it's a bit of an ace for that young man. Moneybags McGee up to 9.9k. 600. What's 6 by 5? 30? That's what, 3k? Right, easy. It's 3k right there. If it was easy to get 3k by just shooting people with an MP9, I'd be rich. Not in real life, in Counter-Strike. I have to make that distinction. I'm just not gonna speak just for a little bit. That's just not okay. That's just not a good thing to say, eh? Ooh. Speaking of things to say, it looks like Kekeshmeke are going to continue to push up onto this A side here. Looking to fight Archer's Dragon has his work cut out for him with that AWP. Man, this is one shot, it might be lights out. Although Cocaine goes down early. Kekeshmeke could look to rotate here, however, they have to be very mindful of the time. 50 seconds left in this round. V-line. Smoke down. Chovy picks up 2 with the MP9. This kid's done. Will he pick up a 3rd? Yes, he will. Gets the job done. Will upgrade to the AK. As Keki lose the lead. Bruno, you cursed Kekeshmeke. He looks to be doing a little bit of juggling with the grenades. Dragon ends up finding one of the Kekeshmeke heads. Of course, a little bit of a spread for Kekeshmeke early on. No idea what he's seen there, but he has picked off Violon. Someone needs to check his PC really quick. Ooh, cocaine. Maybe it's the cocaine sensors. I mean, I'm telling you, Crackhead's strength is real as he ends up going down to the nade. A little bit of a trade there. But a good one for both sides, I reckon. Cocaine just got away with practically murder. As iNation play 2-2 on each side, 25 seconds left to hold this. Kekeshmeke look to push up the apartments as they're going to take the fight pit. Doesn't expect PTK as Mad Max goes down. Bomb, never planned it, they don't get that extra cash, however. Both teams can full buy here. Neek might lose out on a little bit of utility purely because he didn't save his money. That's why you got to get one of those saving accounts, you know. You gotta take care of your savings account, boys. Don't spend it all on Counter-Strike skins. Yeah, I'm looking at someone in chat. They know who they are. Beautiful shot from Mad Max to find Dragon. Dragon loses his life. Cocaine starts playing aggressive on that B side. Does heavily tag Chuv. Will go down to Violon. There's 2 who have been a big hassle in the paint of this Kekeshmeke side. BTK finds a kill on Neek, starting to get a little bit aggressive, a little bit antsy in the pantsy when it comes near top mid. iNation on 7, can they make it 8? Violon definitely looking to make that happen as Kaislak goes down. Mad Max finds Shuv through the smoke. Still 3 more for these two boys. As the bomb goes down, digits go in. A little bit more time to play with for Kekeshmeke at the minute. Don't say that, Herb. Don't say overtime, please. Please don't say overtime. Vano found Mad Max in the smoke. He's got a little bit of work to do. He finds one. Can't find a second, however. Skipper will find Mad Max first. iNation, pick up 8. As they win the half. Kekeshmeke, 2 rounds to go. They're going to want to see if they can at least lessen the gap. After a dominant start, we're going to see Kekeshmeke look to... Forgotten the word. Yep, just forgotten the word. Whoops. Yeah, I'm having a bit of a blinder here, boys. I'm not going to lie. But you know who is having a blinder? PTK. He's had so many impact frags, it's not funny. Majority of his frags have been impacts. And, I think it's safe to say he might be that guy for iNation. iNation looks to slowly pull PTK over onto this B side here. We're going to see how Kekeshmeke retaliate. Shots ring out. Kaislak finds one. Will get traded. However, Vano will take one along with him. 3v2 on the retake at the minute. Kekeshmeke paranoid that someone is still near, and I do not blame them. These iNation boys have been a thorn in the side of Kekeshmeke. Missed shot from Dragon, you don't see that too often. Does have a Molotov to his name, however, doesn't want to risk it as Violon picks up the AWP. iNation still warping in the 3v1. Vano finds one. Can he spec Skipper pushing through the smoke? Surely not. Smoke fades, Vano loses his life. And the bomb is hopped on by Dragon. As iNation pick up a 9th. As we head into round 15, we're going to be able to see Kekeshmeke. Can they stop the bleeding? That's what I want to know. It would be interesting to see if Kekeshmeke, the team of Puggers, can stop the bleeding. Mad Max, 12 kills at the minute for that young man, where PTK has 15. Those two kings of the server at the minute, and it doesn't look like anyone is going to be getting in their way anytime soon. Cocaine pulling an iNation, waiting for the smoke to fade before taking on the fight. Neek, not too eager to wait for smokes, however, will push out, will end up losing his life. Nade will go on to PTK, the danger man at the minute for this iNation squad. As smokes end up missing. Beautiful shot by Kaislak to find one. Mad Max gets one of his own. PTK trying to fight back as Kaislak takes a second on the take. Violon coming from behind. Mad Max finds one, spraying through the smoke too. Mad Max ends up finding him, and it's 9-6, about to flip over and be some sexy numbers here for the boys as Mad Max, he's got 15. King of the server, second, next in line to the throne for King of the Server is PTK with 16. He's had a great game. PTK has had a really good game at the minute. That's all I can really say about that. 9-6 at the minute. iNation, they're going to look to build upon a good first half, see if they can possibly find something. Maybe 3 or 4 before a full buy coming in for Kekeshmeke. Understanding the CT economy will be key for this iNation team. We saw how much it crippled them early on in that CT side, having to rely on MP9s instead of rifles to get the job done. And while, you know, personally I'm a big fan of the MP9, I think the MP9 is great when you're in someone's face pulling a tight corner instead of having to hold these long angles that, you know, we've been seeing iNation hold. You know, one of the most annoying to hold with an MP9. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the use of the MAC-10s and the MP9s will affect this game. In a minute, Neek takes one, Cocaine ends up going down as he finds a second. He's had a good hold. As a 2-for-2 trade on the side as iNation put the digits in. Looking to put 10 on the board, however, Kekeshmeke looking to rival it. As Vano can only find the one to skip a Vylon. Tag team up to get rid of the Kekeshmeke boys. iNation pick up 10, Kekeshmeke 6 as we head into round number 17. We're going to be able to see where this Kekeshmeke team goes from here. Mad Max picks up the swag 7, looking a little bit drippy as Deagles come out for the rest of the Kekeshmeke boys. Nate stack bottom mid. Mad Max finds 2 tags. He's going to look to see if he can find more. Beautiful shot from Dragon to find Cocaine there. Beautiful. You love to see it. Utility keeping Kekeshmeke at B. Those 2 boys, Mad Max and Vano, to that B side there as Kaislak left to defend by himself. It's all going to be down to Neek, the first responder at the minute, coming in from this Archer's side. He's going to get taken from bottom mid if he's not careful. Takes the fight. Nick loses his life. Vano tries to get a trade. I think it's too little too late for these Kekeshmeke boys. Vano, last one alive in the 1v4, and we're going to be able to see if he can make a difference. Velon closes out that one as iNation put up 11. But yeah, this Kekeshmeke team of puggers, team of best mates who sit there. When I spoke to Mad Max, he pretty much just went, yeah, we don't really prac, we just sort of hop in the server and like to have a little bit of fun. So yeah, you know, Mad Max, he's an honour to play. It's a pleasure to talk to him as well as Viddle picks up his 3rd. It's all down to Neek. 1v5 situation, Deagle in hand. Is he going to be able to find anything? He wants to at least take one down with him. And will take a second. Lylon loses his life, getting a little bit reckless, looking for the 4K for the flip of the tongue. As iNation pick up 12 and Automod decides it doesn't want to look at Neek's dead body, instead looks at his killer, which is intriguing to see. Normally in the murder mystery games we don't get to see the killer until they've ended up being caught, but you know, for a little bit of a whodunit, we know that iNation about to kill off this Kekeshmeke team. 12-6 at the minute. Kekeshmeke, is there going to be a comeback? Do they have any flight left in them, these puggers? SCL's kings. Sorry, SCL's like 4th to the throne or something, because I saw Martin Rising 1, Jewel 2. SCL Esport got pushed to the 3rd rank. Good to see a change in that ranking after, I think it was 10 to 16 weeks. You'll love to see it as Dragon, full blinded, is putting the digits in. We'll eventually get them done. As Vylon looks to be playing a very secret role down in that mid position. I'm not saying secret purely because he was in Mexico before. However, he's going for the long wrap. Should be able to find Cocaine, who is shift walking, being a little bit of a cheeky bugger. PTK finds the head of Nick. Beautiful shot. Kaislak gets revenge. PTK has to be found. Will be found. Kaislak aiming for dark. No time left on the bomb. Villon just has to hide. Ends up one-tapping Kaislak and may end up losing his own life to the bomb. But ends up getting away. 13 to 6, iNation. Just doing enough to stay ahead. And that's all you could really ask for if you were a skipper. Not the player, the captain. Sorry, skipper. That's a term that we use to say captain, As Vylon goes down early to Cocaine, Kaislak covering his exit. Mad Max goes down to the double nades. You hate to see it. However, 3v4 Deagles seem to be working for this Kekeshmeke side. Nick picks up the AK. Kaislak, Cocaine, 1 each for those two. It's all down to Skipper. 1v4 at the minute. Cocaine, 1 point of health. Ends up taking down Cocaine. Not quick enough for Kaislak as he gets the job done. 13 to 7. Looking to be an alien early here for iNation as they slowly start to creep their way up to Banana. Top Banana, and then as they explode onto the site with just 3, Mando, Mad Max getting it done. Chovy, he's going to pick up 2 for his troubles and decide he's going to probably plant that bomb. Valden, he finds the head of Cocaine. Beautiful shot as iNation pick up 14. We might be out of here quite early, boys. I do not believe it. I don't believe it. Are we going to be out of here early? Do I get an early bedtime? What is this? Beautiful shot. As Nick loses his life to Dragon early on. Cocaine not quite finished. A little bit of an ugly kill from Valdon there. PTK getting the trade for Kaislak because it's going to be a 2v4 onto this site. Maybe make it a 1v4 as Vano seems to be holding this B site while Mad Max goes for it. Maybe a little bit of disarray in the Kekeshmeke camp as Vano looks to be saving this M4A1S, giving up round 15 as PTK spends some majority of his time being the cleaning man, cleaning up some of the dropped guns on the floor. What a good member of society as Chovy takes 1. Mad Max has the option to drop down a little bit lower. No. Is he going to go Dossiernade? Dossiernade? He's going to Dossiernade him. He's going to Dossiernade him. Oh, it's not enough for Is it enough for Dragon? It's not enough for any of them. Oh. I thought it was going to be Dossiernade time. I thought it was going to be such a smart play, but no, apparently not. Kex had the early lead. We're going to end up losing it as iNation continue to put the pedal to the metal. Do Kekeshmeke have anything left in the tank? We're about to find out, ladies and gentlemen. Looks to be a heavy B presence here from iNation early on. Haven't drawn any of the rotates yet. Kekeshmeke sort of watching that top mid as they look to push apartments aggressively. They look to be doing so pretty thoroughly, pushing second mid. Calls for the rotates. Kekeshmeke says, yes boss, no worry about it boss man. As Valdon finds cocaine. Picks up just like elsewhere. Skipper gets up and around the church to find Vano. As the only person left on the site, Skipper finds his head. 2v3 at the minute. iNation so close to winning this one. We're going to be able to see if Kekeshmeke have everything they need to win this one. As Kekeshmeke smoked out of the contest once again. You hate to see it. Whereas Neek, he's got a bit of a better chance. Smoked out of this one. However, no smokes left on that side, and it's not fresh, so it's not going to be up for 40 seconds. However, he will go down to Chovy as Chovy finds 2 to end out this one. Ladies and gentlemen, iNation beat Kekeshmeke in a game I was extremely excited for. So, yeah, that'll be interesting. Although, ladies and gentlemen, I will give you some of